Hey there, guys, and YouTube. Welcome to the very first edition of Ghost Talk for YouTube. Now, I do record this, and this is being recorded live on my Twitch channel, which is somewhere on the screen here. I don't know. I will put it somewhere. And I will confess that this is my second attempt at recording this video specifically, as I noticed that there was something a little unusable with it. Now, this video is a top 5 scary video you should not watch at 3 a.m. But I'm sure you're wondering, what's Ghost Talk? Ghost Talk is a show, I guess you could say, where I watch videos of supposed evidence of the paranormal, specifically anything that has to do with ghosts. And then we analyze those videos, determining whether or not what we are seeing is actual evidence of the paranormal, specifically of ghosts. Hence the name, Ghost Talk. Merchandise link down below, if I remember to put it there. I probably will or won't. It's a watch one way or another. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and watch this. This is from Sir Spooks. I've got the link to his video down below. I'm going to leave my thoughts on I'm going to give my thoughts on the evidence being supported. And I will confess that not all of it is ghosts. Some of it will be, we're moving on, because it's not ghosts specifically. I plan on doing more of these in the future, and you can check it out live again on twitch.tv/EctoMaster. Ghost Talk is something I do rather frequently, but not always. Though lately it has been. Anyways, less me talking, let's get into it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. So, let's begin. The following security camera video was uploaded to YouTube in September of 2018 by a user named Jay Breezy, and showcases the inside of some sort of building that requires a nighttime security guard to keep watch. And in the case of this video, Jay is the guard. In the video, we see Jay sitting down in his chair, passing the time, when all of a sudden something strange captures his attention for the remainder of the video. Take a look at the bizarre footage.
Motherfucker decided to show itself again. See it? See it? It's faint though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do. You know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'm over there just talking shit now, like, why is it always me and stuff? So it is what it is. It showed up to me twice already.
Out of the corner of Jay's eye, he can see a creepy ghostly apparition walk around the area, which can also be seen on camera if you look just close enough. Afterwards, he proceeds to throw what looks to be a rolled up newspaper at the entity before eventually talking to himself in the corner. At the end of the video, we can see him saying a prayer before going back to work, finally feeling a little comfortable knowing that the spirit is now gone. Let's just hope that from here on out, Jay can go back to working in peace and not have to worry about being paid a visit from an entity from another dimension.
Alright, well, I don't believe ghosts are coming from another dimension, so that's an argument for a different day. Difference? Whatever. While it's interesting and it is showing that he is interacting with something, apparently this is not the first time. Yes, there appears to be some kind of glare on the camera. I don't know what it is. It could have been a light passing, a car hitting something, a car passing by with a light hitting something. Who knows? It looks like it goes towards the door and he throws the thing away from the door, like away from the door. So not only that, but he doesn't react to it like, oh, it went over my head and then I saw it. Like, he saw it after it had gone around him, which makes me question it. Like, there's a lot of questions and not enough information, not enough answers. Like, there's just, what is he, like, how often does he see this? where is this? You know, I will say the other problem that I have is that, you know, from the looks of it, being the security guard, he can't get the security footage, but he's filming it on his phone. And that just... I'm not a big fan of evidence being shown as a video, but can only be recorded through the phone. That gives the people who are analyzing it can't analyze the actual evidence. Where it's as what I like to call video of a video. And that could have been something playing across the screen of the monitor for all we know. Like you could have just had somebody standing there with a pen light going like that, and just there's no telling. So while it's interesting because he does seem to interact with something, it's inconclusive. Now when I look at the evidence, I put it into about 3 categories. Hey, that's pretty damn good. Okay, that's interesting, which is a very wide margin. And staged, not actual evidence. Staged or not actual evidence. This one kind of just is at the bottom end of interesting. It's interesting because he's interacting with something, but we don't have any information. Besides that, this is not the first time he's had to deal with this. And that's all we have.
UFO sightings are absolutely everywhere.
Give me just a moment. I want to make sure that my video is at 1080p. I forgot to do that.
Sighting in the YouTube search bar, and you'll...
So this next one is about a UFO. I'm going to give you my passing thoughts on this. We're just going to watch the video, but again, we've already watched this. I have my thoughts. It's not pertaining to ghosts, so it's not something I really am going to focus on. So I'm just going to say what I think it is and move on from it.
You'll be peppered with thousands of videos of people who claim to have captured a legitimate UFO on camera. But few videos are as incredible as the one you're about to watch. The video in question was published to YouTube in February of 2022, although it is not exactly known who the original owner of the video is.
That's always a problem. We also get a lot of ghost videos that are like that as well, where they don't say exactly where the video comes from, but the video exists. So it makes it very hard to believe it when you don't know where the video is coming from, or it's not coming from the original owner of the video. It's just there it is. It exists. Excuse me. So while we're watching this, I have a couple of thoughts. Number one, it looks like a Mylar balloon. The other thing is that like he seems to have like perfect clear vision of it, but as soon as he zooms out, he loses it. Like, if he goes to a certain point, he can't find it anymore. So, it kind of looks like a balloon, and it also kind of looks like it's there. Like he's putting it in afterwards, so...
By stabilizing the video...
Just my thoughts on this whole thing is that it's not a UFO.
Floating in the sky.
Though I will stand here and correct myself. It is a UFO. We do not know what it is. It is flying, and it does appear to be an object. UFO stands for unidentifiable flying object. So yes, while it is a UFO, I don't think it's an alien.
It appears to rotate several
Correct
times,
myself on that.
It even has what seems to be a bright light flicker in its core,
which would be the sun reflecting off of the clearness of it. That's the sun.
Owner of the video was able to
it's daytime. You can see where the sun's coming from. Every time it turns to that direction, the sun glances off of it.
Personal story of mine. One day about 5 to 6 years ago, I was taking the bus home from my education. I was sitting beside a good friend of mine, and we were passing through a series of large empty fields when I suddenly noticed a mysterious object in the sky. It was almost as if it was just stuck at a fixed point in the sky.
Kind of looks like a 3D Dorito.
My friend also saw it. Till this
Kind of
day,
love
I've had a
Doritos now.
difficult time explaining to people what the object was, and
A 3D
all I could
Dorito.
call it was a UFO with potentially extraterrestrial origins. But then I recently saw this clip that you're watching right now, and it looks exactly like the object I saw that one day several years ago. But what do you think? Is this actual footage of a UFO caught on camera? Is this some other strange object that just so happens to look like an alien spacecraft? Or was this whole thing just one big hoax? Be sure to let me know your thoughts
Balloon Boy.
in the comments below.
By the way, if we can never identify what a creature is, it's usually Slender Man. So this could be Slender Man's frisbee or boomerang or spacecraft. Slender Man's airplane.
The following video was published to TikTok in March of 2022 by a user named MrFender76. In the footage, we see the uploader wander around through a forest during the middle of the night, where he is surrounded by nothing but pure darkness. He starts to talk to the camera and demonstrates just how bright his brand new flashlight is and calls it amazing, implying that he is about to go explore the forest even deeper.
Okay, now number one, he has this story entirely wrong. We've already seen this video on another channel that I watched. I believe it was on Nuke's Top 5. And the video in question isn't a flashlight, but rather headlights that he put onto his car. So he's not about to go explore the forest more with a flashlight. It is a headlight that he put onto his car.
A moment later, he picks his camera back up off the ground, but at this point, things have already gotten terrifying. Take a close look.
Well, it says so right there on the screen. An arm is wrapped around the tree on the back, right further back. When you turn on the lights, they pull it away.
Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these...
If you missed it, I don't blame you. A creepy arm can be seen wrapped around a tree on the right-hand side of the screen farther back, but it pulls away as soon as the lights turn on. Do you see it now?
To which, just to kind of cover this, it very well could have been a person that was in the woods, that was doing whatever. He turned on the light and they freaked out and got away. That's all there is to it.
Understandably, this video has creeped out many who have seen it, and it seems as if nobody can come up with a concrete explanation as to what this could have been. The arm appears to be long and lanky, causing some to speculate that this could belong to that of a humanoid creature, which definitely seems likely. However, it is also possible that this was just a hoax. Whatever the case may be, there's no denying that this would be one of the last things you would want to see in the forest late at night. A woman on TikTok with the username ArmSamIguess.
I do apologize if there's a screech in the background from a bird. I can't do anything about it.
Uploaded a total of 4 videos recently.
It could be an animal. It could be an animal.
Seriously creepy activity happening. In the first video, we see the uploader roaming around a dark and eerie room. Other than its atmosphere though, it doesn't appear to be anything too extreme. However, something happens shortly after that freaks the uploader out. In the second video...
So I'm just going to preface this by saying that I'm not a big fan of TikTok videos. Not TikTok in general, but TikTok paranormal videos. A lot of the times, they're staged. We like to say staged, not faked. That they're just staging them for views or what have you. So in this instance, there's a bit of evidence. So starting with the very first bit of evidence, which is this one. The pumpkin or whatever it is could have easily just been placed wrong and it just eventually fell. It can take an item a long time to just fall over. It happens.
Video. She explains that she was in the room earlier, saying that the lights aren't working at the moment, which is why it's so dark inside. She also shows a small pumpkin-shaped object and says it fell to the floor beforehand. However, while filming, something
It does look like it's on top of some papers where if they're not set right, it could have just fallen off.
This is the dry room where we keep the food and stuff, and like the carts have like fudge on them or whatever. I don't know why
Fudge.
that thing fell earlier. I'm really...
Okay, second bit. While I do appreciate that she went forward to investigate and see if anybody was messing around with her, there's one problem that I have. Although the box is not moving towards her, which would indicate that she is pulling a string, it did move away and to the right, which could have been somebody pulling a string back that way. The way that she moves the shelf is in that direction to show that there's nobody behind it, but she does not show the other side. You see a quick movement, that's it. So there's plenty of space to hide over there for somebody, and she can just, with the quick movement, you're not going to see anything.
That you're about to watch. At the start of the video, she says that she's been hearing tapping noises coming from somewhere inside her house.
So now she's saying that after the incidents at the store where she works, she is now getting incidences at home. Speaking from somebody, well, I don't have much experience in direct paranormal investigation, but I have studied quite a bit. While yes, it is possible for an entity to latch onto a person, leaving its location usually doesn't happen very often. Yes, you do get it from time to time, and it's usually done by a person that is being very, very, very aggressive about the entity itself. So to go, oh, I'm having stuff at work, and then, oh, now it's at home, it starts raising questions to me.
She then proceeds to walk into the living room, where she asks her family if they have been making the strange noises, at which point they tell her that they thought she was the one making the noises. She then walks into the bathroom and discovers that it seems to be coming from the shower.
Are you guys tapping on something out here?
No, I thought that was you. Oh, yeah.
Wait, shh, shh, shh. Where is it? The shower?
What the hell?
The fourth and final video shows the TikToker sitting on the stand.
So unfortunately, my issue with that is that it sounded just as loud in the kitchen as it did in the bathroom.
As talking to the spirit that may or may not be living in her house. Quote, so since you like to slam doors in this house, do you think you could do it now? Unquote, she asks. A couple of seconds go by with complete silence, and then...
Do you think you could do it now? No way.
One thing that's evident...
So, really quick, just to kind of go over what I like, but what I don't like. While she does go into the room and go, look, there's nothing behind the door. Very good. There's still plenty of time for somebody to go hide off to the side, but very good. And she goes, see, I'm touching the door. There's nothing here. But she doesn't touch the front, which there very well could be a string tied around, or well, a fishing line tied around the doorknob, and yoink, and the door just closes.
From watching this uploader's videos is that she's definitely...
We never see what is
but whether or not it is
behind the, the camera. Furthermore, she kind of goes in and to the left, and somebody could be off to the right.
Let's just hope that this TikToker can one day go about her
Now, I know it sounds like that watching all this, you're like, you're a bit of a skeptic, aren't you? No, I'm actually not. I fully believe in the paranormal and believe in ghosts and have had my own experiences. It's just that it's become far too easy and far too common to stage and set up paranormal activity to the point that it's hard to perpetrate the real evidence. That there's so much of it that is staged and set up that to go, I have evidence, is met with a ton of skepticism.
life living in peace.
Especially modern day, where with computers, it's gotten even easier to just stage everything. Which is why a lot of the times we have to throw that out and go based off of what it is that we see. But sometimes it's very, very obvious.
Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill has pretty much seen it all at this point. For years now, he has posted videos to his channel that focus on him exploring some of the creepiest abandoned buildings in the world, including churches, schools, libraries, and more. In this particular video, published to his channel in April of 2022, Chris ventures out to explore some mysterious tunnels that prove to be more than he bargained for. In the description of the upload, Chris writes, quote, "Today I explored a mysterious tunnel and saw something strange. I took on one of the most dangerous explorations that I've ever attempted. Over the course of one whole day, I traversed more than 10 miles and a confusing and seemingly endless tunnel system hidden deep within the forest. As I entered the portal, I noticed it was oddly quiet and I began to have a strange feeling I was being watched.
So if you're saying all of that, as you're introducing the video, you're already setting into everyone's mind that something is there.
I continued to explore deeper within the tunnels. I started to notice signs that I may not be alone, which led me to have one of the most terrifying encounters I've ever experienced. So with that context out of the way, let's get into it. At around the 18-minute mark,
So if you go in saying, hey, we're going to go into a house that's been around for about 150 years, lots of people have died, some weird things have been seen, some lights and floating stuff and whatnot, but we're going to go check it out. Ooh, people are already go, oh, it's haunted. Well, yeah, when you put all that out like that, that's what people are going to believe. So you're sitting there saying, oh, I felt like I was being watched, and well, yeah, it's just general paranoia. You're going into a place where obviously people have been, and you're going to feel like you're going to be watched because more than likely there are people down there.
Chris is wandering around the tunnels when he suddenly pauses and looks to his right. What he sees next is absolutely pulse-pounding.
Again, we've also seen this at another show. It is also very, very loud from the water pouring down on there, so I'm going to try and pause it when it happens. Up, there goes part of it. There's some more of it. Oh, now there's two. Oh, it comes all the way out. You can even see its arms and its legs almost. And then it's gone. If dogs start barking, I apologize. People could be walking by. Now, personally, I believe this is absolutely nothing. It's either edited in afterwards, and I know I said we'd have to throw that away, but it's so blatantly obvious. On top of that, it could just be people with him messing around.
Two incredibly fast creatures can be seen darting from around the corner before eventually retreating back into their hiding spots. Amazingly, if Chris did indeed see these two horrifying creatures, he didn't seem to be too bothered by them. About 20 minutes later, towards the end of the video, Chris is wandering down a terrifyingly dark corridor where the only thing he can hear is the sound of water rushing underneath his feet. But in just a moment, a new sound is added to the mix.
I have my thoughts on this in just a moment. Sounds like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park.
Did y'all hear that? Sound like somebody screamed.
A couple of minutes later, Chris is thankfully able to make it out of the tunnels in one piece. However, despite the fact that he made it out alive, there's no doubt in one
Hello?
piece. However, despite the fact that he made it out alive, there's no denying that there was certainly something viscous and terrifying waiting for him in the tunnels.
If you're telling me you didn't see those 4 glowing eyes while staring at the camera, something is telling me you're lying. Furthermore, what I have noticed is that a lot of these urban explorers are starting to get into these more ghost hunting adventure videos. Seth Borden has done it, Exploring with Josh, this overnight crew. They all started doing things like this. Why? Because they started having experiences. And I believe that Urbex Hill is trying to force it to happen.
Whatever it is, it's probably best that we don't ever find out.
I don't believe it's real.
And
that'll be it, everybody. That is Sir Spook's top 5 scary videos you should not watch at 3 a.m. Well, it's 7:52 p.m. Eastern, so I guess it's not 3 a.m. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to do more of these and keep an eye out in the future. Again, if you would like to see these done live, plus other videos, I do it pretty much almost every week over at twitch.tv/EctoMaster. Link down below, and I've linked it on the screen at least once or twice by now. Other than that, have a fantastic day, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.